Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to downtown Niles as we get ready for another Red Wolves football contest tonight for the Wolverine conference title. We are still getting ready here for the national anthem alongside Jason Cox. I'm Brent McNitt. We are really close and tight tonight in the press box, Jay, but ready to see some good football.
Absolutely, Brent. About time to watch these two juggernauts face off here. As you said, how could it be more fitting than the last game of the season here, regular season, to be against these two teams for the conference champs?
Absolutely, and we come down here. We've got some good news on the horizon. I spent about an hour on the phone with the MHSAA today, and they were very helpful, and it looks like we will be able to continue broadcasting. So, 97% of our fans are happy today. The other three are probably pretty mad. But we will be able to broadcast into the playoffs. We're looking at how that's going to work right now. The only thing I can almost guarantee is it will be on a platform that's not going to be free because the MHSAA is going to get their piece of the action on that.
Absolutely. The fact that we can do it at all is great, but it's going to be
they use that money to pay for the tournament. So it's something that we're just going to deal with, and we're going to be happy that we're on the air, and we're going to be happy that we get to do it. I will be getting out all of the details on that with the links. It will somehow involve the NFHS network, but we're not sure. Don't go out and subscribe yet. Let's make sure that we've got everything worked out. By Monday or Tuesday, I should have that detail. We're going to test the system on Wednesday morning, and we should be able to provide all that details by middle of the week next week. So good news for the listeners out there, depending on where the home games, we should get a playoff home game regardless of what happens here tonight.
Yeah, I would think so.
But, we're going to move, as we move on in the playoffs, it's a big deal. Was able to procure some special treatment for us because we have a digital media and a photography class that's part of our broadcast. So that's been a good thing. So it's getting loud in here. There sounds like entering Sandman.
Yeah. Say your prayers, little one. Here they come.
Senior night here in Niles. I think there's a big crowd on hand. I can't see over the edge of the press box, so.
It is packed here on the Niles sideline.
Yeah, a little bit of housekeeping here. You are going to see some vibration in the window that has the scoreboard tonight. Not a whole lot we can do about that. Limited space up here tonight, so to get that to work, we had to literally tape it to the tripod, so that might be a little jiggly. Things you just don't say on the air on ESPN.
And if you do hear some explosions, those are fireworks here, folks.
We've already got a lot of people checking in from around the world. We've got some people in Georgia. We've got people in Midland, South Haven. They're watching this from the campfire at Jellystone Campground in South Haven.
Nice.
Yep, Tammy Southworth, our principal's in Georgia. Got Tampa, as always, on the line. Midlands, as always, on the line. So we're just kind of waiting for the national anthem here. 57 seconds on the countdown clock. Parents' night here in Niles, and it was a big celebration.
Good evening and welcome to Niles High School for tonight's conference championship. Ladies and gentlemen, let us be united in those efforts.
So we are going to go quiet for a minute while the national anthem is played, and we'll be right back.
And the singing of our national anthem by the Niles Choir under the direction
All right, so back at it now. The national anthem has cleared the field.
Sometimes.
Jason, we're ready for some good football here tonight, I hope.
Absolutely.
You know, we're going to see the tone by the hits on this kickoff. If you remember down at Edwardsburg, we came out and laid some lumber on the first kickoff, and they went into a shell. And we never saw them the rest of the night. I don't think that's going to happen here.
Well, I got to tell you, if this doesn't get your team fired up, I don't know what does.
We will have to apologize for any of the background noise you hear in the booth tonight. I literally have two people sitting on my lap, so it's a little tight in here tonight.
I'll be quiet, Brent. Don't worry.
No, it's good.
Sounds like they're going to keep their heads ringing on this kickoff here, Brent.
We're going to get some music tonight for sure. They're proud of the sound system down here. And Gunner's set to kick, and we're off here in Niles. Kick is going to go back, past the back, and that's not going to make the end zone. That's going to be picked up, and this is going to start deep. Red Wolves with a big hit on the opening kickoff. Niles was unable to field the kick. It circulated back inside the 5-yard line. Colin Campbell was on the tackle there. Cameron Kozel also in there. Kozel came in with a big hit following up. So
it's amazing how Gunner used that English on that kick to stop that ball from going in the end zone,
and
Brent.
People ask, I've gotten that question a lot, why do we squib kick all the time?
Well, that's why right
there.
there.
That's it. That's a perfect example. Football is not round. It goes its own way. Going to have to get in the comments and talk about the audio. We're going to, as always, we'll dial it in as the game goes on. Niles is going to start. Going to see it up the middle's the handoff, and that's going to be smothered by the interior of the Red Wolves line. Niles is going to run a lot of triple option.
Yeah.
Turk and Stry on the tackles for the Red Wolves. You're not going to see the ball in the air a whole lot tonight. Both teams use it very effectively, and both teams are able to put it up when they need to. But they're just not necessarily going to throw all the time.
Looks like Niles has some pretty tight splits in there.
And there's a pitch, and that's a missed tackle, and that's going to result in Niles' score.
They will
so
not.
Blown tackle on the right side, and that's going to be a 95-yard touchdown for Niles. And the Vikings are on the scoreboard. They strike first with a big, long run.
87 yards.
Dom Hernandez wasn't able to wrap him up over on that sideline, and once he got by Dom, there was nobody left there. And I'll tell you, the one thing that Niles has is speed. You are not going to catch him from behind very often tonight. You might get a good angle, but you're probably not going to run him down from behind. And that.
I think we talk about all these big games like this. It's small mistakes that cause huge issues.
There's a bad snap, and that's going to be caught, and he's going to run for the corner. Good hit. He got the corner. That's going to be a 2-point. So things not working out real good for the Red Wolves right now. He was able to reach out and get that pylon, and that's going to be a 2-point conversion. So Niles starts off not even a minute into the game, 8-0. This is exactly the kind of start we got. They have seemed to have their own howl too here.
I believe it's a Viking horn, but we'll.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm hoping it's the last time we hear it for a while.
And it's too bad because on that first play we smothered it, and
even on that play,
we had him wrapped up.
Opportunity.
We had him short of the first down, and you talk about wrapping up and how important open field tackling is, and right there that's.
Well, and I want to kind of prep our audience. We have not seen the talent that they have on their skill positions this year. Maybe Big Rapids, but short of Big Rapids, we have no one.
But I will tell you, Niles has speed and size. They're a lot bigger than Big Rapids.
So Ben Miller and Sonnenberg are back to receive. Don't have any idea. Didn't get my scouting done on this kickoff, so I don't know where this is going to go.
Well, I mean, this is crucial for the Red Wolves to bite back.
Well, there are going to be some points scored in this game. Both of these teams are averaging over 40 points a game. There's going to be some offense in this game.
What's the over-under?
I think the over-under was set at 4,000.
If you have a gambling problem, please contact the MDHHS.
Eli's going to bring this one back. He's going to try to find it. Eli's got a big hole. Eli Sonnenberg is going to get a big return for the Wolves. Eli down the sideline.
Get it.
He's finally run down at the 18-yard line. First down, Red Wolves.
Where's our howl, Brent?
It's on there. It's just,
All right.
I think it was muted. We're tested again. There it was.
There it is.
So the Red Wolves get a big play out of Eli Sonnenberg. And that's going to set us up in business, Jason, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered right there.
Yep,
you know?
They had to show that did not, like you said, points are going to be scored, not a big deal.
Well, and I'll tell you, that at the very minimum, what that does is that shows us that our Red Wolves are in this game to play. They're not just going to go away with get punched in the mouth. So Gunnar Goodell's going to bring him in. Ben Miller and P.J. DeYoung with Newell in the middle. Handoff. This is Miller off the right side. Ben Miller's going to go for 6. That's a nice run for Benny Miller. That's, again, we talk about Coach Stry's pension, and that's it right there, 6-yard runs. Brings a lot of job security. Not even 2 minutes gone in this game, Jason, and we're just moving.
It's a lot of yards.
Ball is at the 13-yard line. Goodell's brings him up. This is going to be Miller again. Miller finds a little bit more difficult running this time. He's going to gain a yard. Yeah, maybe 2. So that's going to bring up 3rd and short. Still 2 down territory here no matter what. We have not seen and just as I mentioned that, in comes Buell. Landon Buell comes into the game, so the power eye is
Looking
on
at the power eye here.
So Gunnar brings the play in. This follows the script. This is going to be Landon off PJ off the left side. PJ's going to go right. P.J. DeYoung's got the first time. P.J. DeYoung in the end zone.
Touchdown. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
Punches it in. P.J. DeYoung bounces off the tackles, finds the outside, finds the corner, and it is 8-6. Red Wolves strike right back.
We'll see what Coach Stry does here. He could it could be interesting for whether or not he
early in the game to chase, but it looks like he's going to go for 2.
Yep.
Try to keep this equal right up the bat. So the Wolves are going to try for 2, try to equal power eye, try to equal the Niles Vikings. DeYoung's in the backfield. Goodell, hands off to DeYoung. PJ's not going to make that.
No, not going to make it.
So I'm not going to question Coach Stry.
No, I would have done the same thing.
But I would have. I think I kicked there just because it's early to chase points. Doesn't matter. We're not going to need them. You know what? And he sits down there and coaches kids, and I sit up here and talk. So we're not gonna play that game.
Well, I mean, here's the thing with that decision. That shows Niles that he's not afraid to take a risk, and
absolutely.
And that shows confidence to your players. That matters.
And here we are, 2.5 minutes into the game. It's 8-6. And I think both teams talked a lot about defense this week. And how do you stop these high-powered offenses? But the reality is sometimes these offenses are high-powered, and you're going to have a hard time stopping them.
Well, and that's how you end up with barn burner games.
So Paw Paw going to kick off. Gunnar Goodell. See if he can dial another one down there in between people. Maybe hit some with some English. I know Means Fluellen is another one that can fly.
He's the one that ran the last touchdown, yeah.
That's mishandled. And mishandled again.
Wrap
Red
him
Wolves
up.
got a tackle.
Boy, does he run hard.
Yep.
The Red Wolves are going to have to wrap him up.
He's going to be a problem all night. He can fly, and he's slippery. It's hard to wrap him up.
Well, I got to tell you,
good athlete, good runner.
He's he's. We talk about the Red Wolves in the weight room. I was watching him during senior night. He's got some he's got some strength in his legs.
So looks like we have a flag on the field. Got a chop block. That's against Niles. That's going to be a big one. That'd be 15 yards.
15 yards. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a big one.
Oh, they're taking it all the way back.
So that's a 15-yard penalty. It's outside the 20-yard line. It's never half the distance to the goal. So Niles is going to start at the 14. Red Wolves have a positive field again.
10 from their own 14-yard line.
Brawley's their quarterback. He's going to hand that one off inside.
Tailback. Didn't go anywhere.
So that's
Gavin
Turk on the stop. P.J. DeYoung was in there.
Well, I'll tell you what. With them running the triple option or the veer, if our ends don't stay home and they get it outside, we're going to see what happened in that first series.
The ends are absolutely
In between the tackles, we got him.
25 was one of them in on the tackle.
So that's going to bring up second and long. You know, what are the other keys to stopping the veer, Jay? I know upfield penetration from the interior lineman's a big deal.
The biggest thing is your ends in this, because right there, as you see,
And a nice tackle by Bryson. No ball came out, but it was out of bounds.
They gotta keep the quarterback and really key on him. That end should be taking that quarterback out every play.
Every time.
Every play. If he wants to come outside, he should be getting hit.
Well, and you're talking about Fisher Edwards and Landon Buell, as our functional ends.
But I mean, it's a long night when you face a team like this. So, but you got
This
it.
brings up third and very short. They're going to stack, and it looks like they're going to try to push here.
Nope.
Check and see.
Got an audible here.
So Brawley.
It's like they're
He's going
gonna
to hand that up the middle, and that's going to be a first down, but it's going to be
ball's loose. Looks
maybe a short gain, but that should be good for a first down.
Darren and PJ.
They needed to make the 18. They got the 20, so 25.
looked like the ball jumped loose the way a
No,
couple
it's
guys
20.
reacted.
Darren Scribe,
But Vikings get a first down here.
P.J. DeYoung. A gain of a yard on the play.
So that's good for a first down for Niles. Brawley is going to take the snap. He's going to pitch
Pitched
it
right away.
side. And got held. And this is another big play. Big hit by Lemire.
Yeah, there was a hold on the end
Rucker
there.
on the play. Yeah, there was definitely on the
Caused
this
two
end.
Red Wolves to trip over each other.
Gain of 21 yards on the play.
And if that's the rules, that we got to get somebody else out on the end.
84, Nathan Lemire.
So Niles brings it to the line.
Yard gain, good enough for another Vikings first
Brawley
down.
under center. Tight formation, as the veer always is. That's a handoff inside.
14.
Another missed tackle,
Missed tackle
by the
in
Red
the
Wolves.
backfield.
Dominic got him.
Yep, Dom Hernandez with the tackle.
Yeah, we had a hand on his waist and he slipped through.
Yep. And again, those are the tackles you got to make.
Ball carrier. Stopped on the play by number 35, Dominic Hernandez. Gain of 9 yards on the play. Second down and 1.
So that brings up second and 1
Wolves 45-yard line.
inside Red Wolves territory. This is from the 45. That's going to be another handoff up the middle, and that's going to get the first down and moves the pile for 6. So big, strong running there, Jay.
Turk and George on the tackle.
Stopped on the play by number 56, Gavin Turk.
So Austin George, Gavin Turkin on that tackle. And first down,
On the play, good enough for
we're going to run somebody in late.
down.
Up
Up the middle again, and they wrap that one up.
So you feel that's a setup, or is that?
They run that play like a rope-a-dope. I think they settle you in, and then they bounce one outside. I'm looking for one coming this way.
I wouldn't expect it this area of the field, but that rope-a-dope also involves a quarterback stepping back and hitting somebody down the seam.
And I haven't seen it yet, but the veer also sets up for the great counter trey play with pulling the backside.
This way. There's
Good
a nice
tackle.
play.
Good tackle.
Red Wolves were ready for that.
PJ.
So P.J. DeYoung in on the tackle. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
This is a crucial 3rd down. We need to make this one. However, I feel like Niles is go for it on a 4th down kind of team.
And especially at this area of the field is almost a no-brainer.
We're doing the same defense like we did against Edwardsburg. They pulled the cornerbacks out. Put more people out wide. Put Troy out.
Yeah, we got Vandenberg split a little bit wide. Bryson's right on this side.
Like the cornerback, Eli and
And they're going to fire the line. Watch both of them.
Right up the middle. Quick hitter.
Nope. Quarterback.
That was a good fake because
There's one got it.
If he'd have handed it off, he was gone. But
we have everybody in the booth asking who's got the ball.
Turk and Fisher on the tackle.
Yeah, he carried out an excellent fake and then held on to the ball.
Well, here's your 4th down, Jay.
Almost like an RPO.
Gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 4th down and about 2.
All right, big down for the Red Wolves here.
Big down for everybody.
He must not have broke the plane. Some Red Wolves jumped. And
and there's a sneak, and that's going to be very close.
No, they moved.
Looks like they've got it.
Yeah. Yep. There was a flag.
So that was an illegal motion before the play against Niles.
Well, he went in motion towards the line.
Yeah, that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That's going to change it up a little bit, gives the Wolves a little bit more opportunity to focus on their tackles.
I don't know. Did he get it? Did he get the 1st down?
It was very close. It was very close. I think he had it by about a half a yard.
I was going to say, because that penalty could have actually played. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he had it.
He must have had it.
I think he had it. So hard to tell from up here at this angle, but from the shotgun, give them a little more room to operate. They're going to throw.
The pass.
Oh, that picked off.
Intercepted.
The Red Wolves have got the interception, and they're moving down the sideline.
I think that was PJ with the interception.
P.J. DeYoung with the interception.
Well,
Howell is out.
Nice
play by P.J. DeYoung.
As you can see by their statistics, Niles is not much of a passing team, and probably aren't going to do it a whole lot more if that happens.
I didn't see where that ball was going. They had one receiver out on a route, and he was 20 yards downfield.
Yeah, there was not a Niles receiver anywhere where he threw
that was either a broken route, or the quarterback just didn't see P.J. standing there. And that's going to bring the Red Wolves back to the offense. 4:24 to go here in the first. Gunnar Goodell's going to come up. He's got Bryson Newell right behind him. PJ and Ben Miller flank him in the tee. Gunnar going to hand the ball. Ben Miller's got a sweep, and a nice defensive play by the linebacker from Niles. He was able to catch Ben Miller from behind, and we don't say that a lot.
Yeah. That was an excellent disciplined tackle in the open field.
Well, and, honestly, that right there is an unblocked player. That's just speed. The idea with that play is that you're supposed to be past the line before that guy can get through all of the traffic. So it was an excellent play by the Niles player. That's going to bring a 2nd and 12. Ball's on the 40. Gunnar under center. Gunner's going to hand that one off to PJ. PJ DeYoung's going to get back the yardage and then a couple. So not horrible. Nice 5-yard gain by PJ. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
25, PJ DeYoung, the ball carrier. Stopped on the play by number 78, Brandon Hamilton.
That might even be a long 6.
I was thinking about 6 yards, yeah.
On the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm a little freaked out in my seat right now. In the tee, Gunnar Goodell going to hand this to Ben Miller. Ben runs into somebody, bounces
Bounces
off.
it out.
That's going to bring up 4th down, and this is a real decision to make.
Fourth and 4.
I'm not sure 4th and 4 on this side of the 50 is our bread and butter.
You let Vandenberg pin him deep, or I mean, if you do, you got to kick it out of bounds. You can't let him return it.
You know, there's just a lot of moving parts to a punt.
Well, and that's just it. Like I said, if he keeps it in bounds and you know, they get their
From
hands
the
on
power
it.
eye, this is a different look. Going to try to draw him
Trying to
off
get him on a
sides.
hard count. Could be a timeout. Yeah. Now you might see a punt.
And Gunnar Goodell does a nice job of that. We've seen that penalty several times over the year. Niles disciplined on that one. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think we're going to see a punt now. I think we're going to try to get him as pinned as deep as we can. I would not kick it anywhere near their return man.
No, you want to see that go coffin corner.
Yeah,
and
as far as Troy can kick it inbounds and let it roll out of bounds.
Is diagnosed with breast cancer. Let's collect for 2 minutes.
I mean, I'd even, if he kicked it out at the 20, as long as it crosses that sideline before they get their hands on it. We do not want to give Niles a short field.
No, Troy's going to punt it away.
Yep. That does not surprise me one bit.
It's just the numbers. It's the absolute right move here. I'm gonna
Number 14, Sam Rucker back for the Vikings.
There's a kick away.
Ball's away.
Not going to kick it anywhere near him. Get a good bounce. There's a good Red Wolves bounce.
Oh, excellent Red Wolves bounce.
Great punt by Troy
Perfect.
Vandenberg. That's going to be
Perfect.
down at the 4.5 yard line. Great play. Great kick by Vandenberg. Nice play by, was that Newell gunning down there? Perkio. Letting it bounce, running in front of it, making sure it doesn't get into the end zone, but downs it at the 5 yard line, 4 yard line. So Red Wolves going on defense. You know, we've been down here before a couple times. You know, let's see if we can get a little bit better success. So Brawley behind center. He's going to start. He's going to start in the pistol. And that's going to be a pass. He's going to throw it
looking
out.
deep.
He's going to try to go deep. And he's got there. Troy Vandenberg on the coverage. So Troy was out there on the coverage, but Niles been able to haul that one in, get themselves out of the shadow of the goal line, and now they're in business out around the 35-yard line.
Vandenberg's got to snap his head around and see that. I mean, the receiver was watching the ball come in, and he was in good position, but he never saw the ball.
Well, I think he was trying to make sure he made the tackle. He knew he was beat by a step. He wanted to make sure he got to the guy first. There's a pitch to this
pitch
side.
outside.
There's a nice cut.
Gain
That's
of
gonna
about
be a
5.
gain of about 5.
Barron on the tackle.
Baron Marinich on the tackle. Dom Hernandez was out there as well as Landon Buell. Newell got in there.
Gain of 6, it'll be 2nd down and 4 from the.
So 2nd and 4. Ball's on the 43. Brawley under center. Beer this side.
Up the middle.
That's a
Yep.
handoff.
Excellent
Nice
job.
play inside there.
Brother. That was
Julian Hernandez on the tackle on the inside.
All over that ball.
Yeah, that was a nice play. And, that was a good case right there of everybody doing their job because we had people moving out here ready for that option pitch. Got to watch the wide side of the field here.
That one's going to get a flag.
the guy that just made the nice play.
That's going to give him a first down.
It's going to be close.
Right over the ball.
Penalty is offsides against the Red Bulls.
That's a first down.
Yeah.
Penalty.
That's going to move the
Yep,
chains.
and it does move the chains.
That will result in another Viking first down.
Just can't make those mistakes in a game like this.
I mean, not in any game, but especially a conference championship.
Something's wrong with our microphones. I have no idea. I need more information.
Number 1's got the ball, going to the right side.
Number 1 on the carry for Niles. Bryson Newell in on the tackles.
Gain of about 6.
Not going to play with number 21, Bryson Newell. Gain of 6 on the play, second down and 4.
So 2nd and 4 for the Vikings.
It's back
From the-
in the
from the pistol.
That's like a loaded pistol.
And that did not get off before the end of the quarter. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter here in Niles. Red Wolves trail the Niles Vikings 8-6. We are back on. So ball's at the 46 heading in. Niles, 2nd and 4.
Up the middle.
This is nice play by
Good
the
wrap.
Wolves.
Finish
He's
the
going
tackle,
to fall
boys.
forward, and he's going to have a first down. Boy, that's going to be close. They're going to mark him short, and that's good.
They're marking him a couple yards short.
Yep. I will take that spot all day long.
Niles moving left to right on your radio dial now.
Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be
For anyone that remembers radio dials.
3rd down and 2 for the Vikes at the Red Bulls 43-yard line.
So Brawley under center. 3rd down and short. This is going to be handed off the middle. Oh, and there's a good surge. He was able to break through and get a first down. That's a great run by the Niles back.
They had him.
You know, again, the Red Wolves had the initial contact.
Landon Buell with a tackle.
Stopped on the play by number 3, Landon Buell.
At first hit, he was stopped. Kept on going.
Well, and that's, the Red Wolves have swarm tackled all year, and it's crucial in this game that after that initial hit, you got to come clean it up.
Yeah, and they've got to, this is a bigger, stronger, faster team than they've played this year, and they're just not going to hit that first. There's a nice play by Landon Buell. That's what we're talking about.
That was going to be an option.
It did, but
Landon Buell able to bust through. We're going to get
that's exactly what you want. That's what you want to see your defensive end doing. That's his man all day long.
41. Loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
So 2nd and 13 for Niles, and this is what we've got to create. We've got to create negative sticks. The goal on this one is have no better than 3rd and 8. Pitch this side. He's got a lot of blockers.
Oh, they got.
Oh, I think he may have stepped out of bounds. They're saying he went.
Touchdown, Niles.
So that's a touchdown for Niles. He had an absolute convoy of people with him. Looked like he might have stepped close to out of bounds on about the 4, but that's going to be a touchdown for Niles.
Looks like he had 11 blockers after the
Well,
line.
and again, that's Means Flawlin, and that's their fastest player.
But I'll tell you what, fastest player or not, there were still seven blue jerseys in front of him.
Yeah, half the Niles team was out blocking on that one. And that kick is up, and that kick is good. So Niles is going to jump up by 9. And that's going to, this is what I'm talking about, Jason. Now we're down 2 scores. It's early to chase that point early on in the game like that. Red Wolves are going to have to answer. Last time they got punched in the mouth, Eli Sonnenberg, big return, got us in business. Short field, Red Wolves were able to convert. And then they were stopped on the 2-point conversion. So Niles' defense made a play. So another 96-yard drive for Niles. We've done things right on special teams. We've gotten them pinned deep. We just haven't been able to stand up and stuff them. A couple of big third down plays on that drive.
Well, there's no surprise what's happening. Means Fluang is going to run the ball and run the ball well.
Well, and, Jason, I'd like to see some fun out of the Red Wolves. Right now, I'm feeling very businesslike. Baron Marinich is going to bring that one right up the middle. Baron's going to bring that out to about the
35.
20, it's a 35, 36-yard line somewhere in there. A little extra pushing going on. Sonnenberg able to grab on and
it's got him marked at the 36, it looks like.
Yep, so it's going to be Red Wolves 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. They're going to come out in the tee. 9:59 to go on the clock. And this would be a nice time to call for one of our signature 8-minute drives. Gunnar Goodell is going to bring them out. Bryson between Ben and PJ. And this is going to be Bryson Newell up the middle, and that's going to go for a yard.
No.
So Bryson's first carry of the night goes for 4 yards. He's going to get a yard. I swear that they marked that 2 yards further than that and then walked it back.
Looks like they gave him about
Nothing.
a yard. Looking at the yardstick.
So Ben Miller just went out of the game, so I'm going to guess we're going to see some power I here. PJ in the backfield. Landon Buell's in. This is going to be a pass. Oh.
Yeah, he did have a hand on him.
I'm not sure, but Troy looked like he was held up. If you're interested in officiating, MHSAA.com has opportunities.
Yeah, definitely some contact. Might have been some jersey pulling, but Vandenberg had a step on him, and Gunnar laid the ball in there just a touch long, which could have been.
My critique with that is Troy's got to keep running, but I don't think he could. Because I think they were holding on to him.
I agree. I think the throw was there, and he would have been there. But
so again in the tee, this is going to be a pitch to Ben Miller. And again, Ben this time beats the backside. That's going to be 4 yards, but now you've got to – now here we are again. And we're getting to the point, Jason, where I still think the right thing to do here is punt. But how many times are we going to let them run a 96-yard field?
Well, we gave them a long field and they scored. At this point, we're down 2 scores, and we need to move the ball.
Yeah, we are. It's not time to panic yet, but the defense
No.
definitely has to come up with another stop. We've stopped them once,
And
twice.
and the Red Wolves need to get some momentum shift. They came
Gets
to block
that
it.
and another nice punt. That's going to be fielded. Got to make a tackle. Ben Miller does make a tackle. That's going to give them. That's going to give them out to the
a net of
46-yard
about
line. So that's a net 10 yards.
Red Wolves, it'll be 1st and 10 Vikings at their own 46-yard line.
What I started to say a little bit earlier is on the kickoff, we look very business-like tonight, but we don't look like we're having fun.
They need to loosen up a little bit
Yeah.
and
I
just
think
go out
it's-
and play their game.
It's time to pin their ears back and let some get some personality into the game.
Number 1's got the ball.
And he's got another convoy. That's going to be good for 11. Cody Conley with the tackle.
First time we called his name.
This is a disciplined football team, Jason.
Well, and on top, so this is one where our linemen need to not try to be a hero and make the play, but to tie up their offensive line because they're getting to the second level and blocking
Yep.
for them. And if we can't tie them up, our linebackers aren't going to have a chance. I mean, he had 3
So,
blockers in
Brawley
front
under
of him
center.
again.
Going to hand off again to this side.
Newell and Lemire or Conley.
Conley and Newell and Lemire also out there.
Also in on the play number 84, Nathan Lemire.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Brawley is under center. Inside.
Up the middle.
And he bounces off and he's gone. So now you see Vikings quick strike offense. This is what they do. They've got 4 running backs who can all sprint, and that time ball went into the middle. He bounced off the first hit, which by the way wasn't a Red Wolf, it was the back of his offensive lineman, and bounced to the left and off he went. And that's going to put the Wolves in a hole. 21-6 is pending the extra point.
To attempt the extra point, number 91, Andrew Pettijar, and a hold by Cole.
Kick is
no
no
good.
good. Kick is short, so that's going to make up for that first 2-point conversion.
Vikings 21, Red Wolves
So Red Wolves down 21-6 here with 7:27 to go in the second. Still not time to panic, Jason. I mean, we've got some time to make this up.
But
The thing is,
the Red Wolves need the Red Wolves. They need
Yeah.
we need to score and we need to get into this game.
well, and the remarkable thing is how quickly Niles is able to put the ball in the end zone. None of their successful drives have been long. They're the one seemed like it because it was interrupted by the end of the first quarter, but really it was a minute and a half of clock time.
If that.
But remember, we get the ball to start the second half. We need a sustained drive. We've got to keep the ball out of their hands. We can play some defense with our offense here too.
45 seconds off the clock. Kicking off now for the Vikings will be Pettijar.
And if you just heard that, it was only 45
45
seconds on that drive.
Yeah.
Red Wolves number 7,
We cannot let them have their burst of offense like that.
Well, and how big is that no call on the long pass now? This is going to be Barron again. Ooh, a little extracurricular down there after the play.
Not the first time.
That was actually Marinich on the return.
26.
So, coming out of the huddle, you know, and this is the hardest thing to do in sports right here. You feel like you have to make it all up at one time. You feel like if we don't score quickly, we're in big trouble. It's not the case.
Well,
right
like you
now.
said, it's not time to panic, but it is time to do their thing.
You know, and it's time to be professional and businesslike. Gunnar Goodell under center. He's going to pitch this one to PJ DeYoung. PJ.
They
might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
So
maybe.
I can tell you right now, our linemen are pulling, and their defensive line is in their hip pocket, breaking that play up in the backfield, and that can't happen in the wing tee. If we're running the tee like that, that has to be sealed.
Yeah, the linemen have to at least be sealed so the backs can get past the first level.
Yeah, they had his ankles 3 feet in the backfield.
Yeah, and you know this is so we did move the sticks. It's positive plays. Positive plays are what we need right now. Ben Miller through a hole. Ben's going to pick up about 2 more. And this is where you just got to keep doing what you do because we've got the players to pop some of those big plays. We've seen them the last few weeks. We've become home run hitters.
But we haven't had a sustained drive to wear them down.
So Gunnar Goodell's going to bring the play in. 6:08 to go here in the second. Paw Paw's at the 38. Third down, big third down here, Jay. Need at least half of it. This is a handoff to PJ. Nice cut by PJ DeYoung. PJ's going to pick up a Red Wolves first down.
There we go.
So PJ with a nice cutback on the inside. And again, we talk about the linemen being engaged. That time they were engaged. They were able to hold on to their people, not hold them, but they were able to stay engaged long enough for PJ to get through that first level. And, you know, we've got talent in the backfield. When they can get through that first level, they can make 1 or 2 people miss too.
Well, and if you were a student of offensive line like me, sustained blocks are huge. What's happening is that backside, they weren't sustaining in those last couple plays, allowing that backside to come in and make that play.
So Gunner's going to hand this one to PJ again. PJ's going to follow his lineman.
Yep.
PJ's going to pick up close to 5.
And this looks just like the Red Wolves offense. This is what we expect. They can't score when they don't have the ball.
That's exactly right. And you know what? That's going to be key in this game as this game plays out because we've got an opportunity here to play 2 drives in a row. Sustain, take some time off the clock, keep their offense off the field, and put points on the board.
Ideally, we run the half out and score, and then come back out in the second half and do it again.
So Gunnar Goodell under center. He's going to hand this one to Ben Miller. Miller's got a head of steam. Benny Miller's going to get about 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short. That's positive yardage. Anytime you see a 3rd and 3 or less, you're where you want to be in the wing T offense.
Power eye coming in?
Yep, power eyes coming in, Buell's coming in, but that's okay. This is what this is built for. I'm going to bet Jason's house on this one that this one goes to Bryson Newell. And I do have that MDHHS, you said, on the gambling problem?
Yes. Following the betting. And
Bryce Newell is going to be good for a Red Wolves first down. And you get to keep your house. That's nice, Jason.
It's good. I mean, it's just a mortgage someone's getting, but that's up to them.
So, first down for the Wolves. 3:55 and ticking. Right on schedule.
Gain of 3 on the play. First down, Red Bulls at the Viking 43-yard line.
Goodell's going to bring the play in. Back to the tee. PJ on the top side, Ben Miller on the bottom, and that's handed off to PJ DeYoung. PJ's going to get 3.
His forward progress there, yeah.
Maybe 4.
About 4 yards.
And a host of Vikings on the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play.
Man down.
And 7 to the Viking 40.
Broke it.
Okay, so 2nd down and 7. Red Wolves in the tee. Gunnar Goodell going to hand this one to PJ. PJ DeYoung, head down. PJ's going to get 2 more. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
The young ball carrier stopped on a play by number 33.
We are absolutely in 4-down territory down here.
It's like I'm going to call that a long 4.
Bring up 3rd down and 4 from the 38.
Well, it's not short.
No,
This will probably be Miller.
it's all a 4.
No, they're going to throw the ball. He's got a man. There it is. Troy Vandenberg is out of bounds about the 11. First down, Red Wolves. Nice throw from Gunnar Goodell there.
Gunnar Goodell's pass complete to number 2, Troy Vandenberg.
And you could tell the Niles was not ready for that one because Vandenberg had him by
Well,
2
that
or
ball,
3 steps.
I don't know if it felt like it to you, but that ball seemed like it was in the air for the entire drive down here.
It's a little nervous. Yeah, little
But,
floaty.
but Troy had lots of room, you know. And
He did, which
you
is good,
can't
'cause
see
that-
those angles up here sometimes.
that didn't give the defense a chance to break on
This
that
could be
ball.
Ben Miller off the right side. Ben's going to break
Bounced
a
it out.
tackle. Bounces. He's going to pick up 3.
Ooh.
A little extra over there.
We'll call it a competitive game, not
That's okay. That's the track. It's probably soft. Pretty sure that the teacher from the Peanuts is on the public address system.
Second and goal from the 6-yard line.
So, 2nd goal from the 6, 2:03, and you know the only downside here is this may be going a little too fast.
Can we milk that clock? There they are. They're taking
Power
the play
eye.
clock down to.
PJ DeYoung.
Oh.
PJ DeYoung's got a head of steam. He's down to the 1. PJ DeYoung off the left side. That's good for 5.
And Coach Stry has to let this clock run.
Well, and, you know, honestly, I'm not disappointed as long as we still punch one in here. I'm not disappointed that that stopped where it did.
Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
So 3rd and goal for the Red Wolves. Ball is less than 2 yards that you see on your screen. We're going to come out power eye. DeYoung behind Buell and Newell. Handoff. PJ off the right side. PJ DeYoung. Bowling ball is in for a touchdown. PJ DeYoung breaks the plane. Red Wolves touchdown.
We got to go for 2 now.
I still don't chase it. I've kicked the extra point here. We're going to get the ball back. The more you chase that point, the more you potentially fall into a hole.
It's true, but we're going for it.
So, and that being said, we're going to put it in the end zone, and we're going to get that point back right now.
Well, I mean, either way,
So Gunnar Goodell is going to bring a play in.
Here comes 2.
Yeah,
Kicking.
he's going to kick,
Kicking.
and this
Here
is the
comes the
right.
block.
This is the right call. So Vandenberg to kick.
Vandenberg to kick.
They're going to end up with a timeout.
Yep, he
but-
got it. He
But
got
this is absolutely the right call. You just don't chase that point. Now, you know, we're down 9 points as it is. If for some reason you miss the 2-point conversion, you're now down 2 scores again.
Right.
If you make this 2-point conversion, you're back to a 1-score game. Yes, you do have to convert that at some point down the road. But at this point, you keep yourself within that striking distance. You keep
Yeah.
yourself within 1 score at all costs.
We score. We score this extra point. We kick the ball. We tie them up for that last minute and 14. Go into halftime, regroup, then come back out and do it again.
You think we can run around for a minute and 13 seconds before we kick it? It doesn't matter. It's a non-timed play.
I like your thinking,
Yeah.
but
Well,
Rules. Those rules.
Rules get in my way almost every time I want to do something successful. So Troy's going to kick this extra point. High snap. Gunner gets it down. Troy gets it up, and he missed
good.
it.
Miss it wide left.
And you know the right decisions just aren't turning out right for the Red Wolves. We've had several of those plays tonight where we've done the right thing, and it just hasn't worked out. Yep, we've said all along. You know, Jason and I were unwavering that time that we should have gone for 2. Thankfully that no one has the ability to go back 30 seconds and listen to us.
Well, even with our delay.
Okay, so now we are in the absolute critical moment of this game. We have 1:14 on the clock, still down 2 scores. We have absolutely got to put the brakes on now.
This is one of the most important defensive stands.
This is crunch time. You know, we need all 302 people that are on the broadcast to collectively hold their breath and pray on this one, because we've got to spend this 1:14 on the positive side.
6 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock.
And, you know, contrast those 2 drives. Niles scores in 45 seconds. Red Wolves 6 minutes and 2 seconds. And you know what? That's the games. That's the game they play. That's the game we play. Got to make a tackle. Okay, so Niles is going to get the ball.
Even when we don't get it to their workhorse, we got to make those tackles.
Yeah, well, Gunner Goodell on that tackle. We're got 1 minute and 7 seconds to go, which seems like a world of time.
But it's not a world of time, as we've seen before.
Well, that's what I mean. It seems like if you're on defense, it feels like the movie Miracle's being played out in front of us. Which microphone keeps popping? That's the second person who said that.
I don't know.
Quarterback keeper.
Quarterback up the middle.
They stop the play for something.
If our affiliate in Tampa could post in there who's popping, that would be helpful. That's the second person who said that.
If they can tell.
They're on a delay, so we're sitting here watching, but they're actually delayed a little bit. So.
What was that?
Penalty is against the Red Wolves. Legal substitution, 12 men on the field.
Oh, goodness.
5-yard
Well, that's not a good.
5 for the Vikings. The Red Wolves.
Jason, that play only took 3 seconds off the clock. I think that's impossible.
I'm not sure how any time came off the clock when it was a penalty, pre-snap penalty. But
Quarterback keep.
And that's going to be good for a first down.
First down. It's all right. We can let them get short gain first downs.
So it's my mic.
Darren and Colin.
From what I've seen, they're a score in the end zone type of team. I don't think their kicker's got the foot for a long field goal.
I'm going to see if I can work on my microphone. They say I'm the one that's popping. So we're going to go off for a second.
Whoa.
The Red Wolves of Paw Paw totaled 1.5 sacks per student. Niles tallying 2.4 sacks per student. Congratulations to the Niles Vikings for winning this year's Sacktober Challenge, and thank you to both schools for your generous donations, and we look forward to continuing this tradition for years to come.
Light just came on your
Yep,
headphone.
now I've got it again. So we'll see if that helps with the popping. This is going to be a pass. It's wide open. That's going to be a touchdown. Yep.
Nobody covered him.
Yep. So, and again, we talked about they didn't need a minute and 7 seconds. They did it in 17.
Nobody covered him.
Still got 50 seconds.
So this offense is impressive, Jason.
It is. It's not my favorite, but it's something to watch.
Well, they've got so much speed.
Well, they saw all that flow to the left side, and our D-backs on the other side abandoned, and he was wide open.
Kick is up, and the kick
That
is
one is
good.
good.
So 50 seconds now to go in the half. Red Wolves down 28-12.
Did you hear the guy say Niles and Paw Paw students did a Socktober challenge? They
Yeah.
collected over 2,000 pairs of socks.
So it's 2,000 pair of socks came in on the Socktober challenge between the two schools. So a wonderful job by the two student bodies raising some socks for a donation. So, I feel like we're right where we were before. The only difference is 50 seconds. Now the onus is on us to strike quick. We will get the ball coming out of the second half, but it doesn't really matter, Jason, how quickly or how often we score at this point if we can't put Niles behind the sticks.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a big return here.
I think this is going to be a squib kick, and I have a feeling it's going to go right to Baron Marinich again.
As soon as somebody touches it, he falls down.
Marinich and Sonnenberg deep for the Red Wolves.
Oh, that's going to come this side.
Barron,
Barron's got the ball. Barron's going to
In
juke
trouble.
out to the 22, 44 seconds to go.
Returns the kick. Stop at number 8, Peyton Gordon. Return of 8 yards. It'll be 1st and 10. Red Wolves from the 22-yard line.
So the Red Wolves going to come to the line. Ball's at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10, 44 seconds. I mean, at this point, you got to run the ball and hope you break one big.
It's about time we need to see
Gunnar
that.
Goodell. They hand this to Ben Miller. Ben's got 3 off the right side.
Miller, the ball carrier, brought down
So what are you saying at halftime here, Jason?
also in on the play, Niles Llewellyn.
Well, I mean, you never going to tell your young men to panic, but it's time to put up or shut up. I mean, it is serious.
Handoff to Newell up the middle. Bryson's going to pick up 6, maybe 7. That's going to run out the first half.
And
So we're gonna go
Coach
into-
Strye's really going to have to build up that defense. We've got to shut them down. We need to sustain drives.
Well, and I think, one of the things that we've got to do here is it's risk reward, and we haven't gotten many rewards out of it. We've got to turn them loose.
Yeah.
We've got to turn our ends loose. We got to get in after the quarterback. Easier said than done.
Yeah.
And, the problem is they've turned on these misdirections, and when we over pursue, they're sending 7 guys out to block 2.
Well, and you used the word earlier that is important, the discipline. Niles is a very disciplined team, and I think that's something that Coach Shaw brings after years of talent.
Well, we are going to go into the halftime muted presentation. So tonight, we have a couple of assignments that we're showcasing out of our digital media and our photography classes. One of the assignments you'll see is the photography class was tasked. This was the last of their Barbie assignments that we had this week. Was tasked with creating a yearbook page with their accomplishments and a quote. Just to let you know that these were done today and they haven't had time to be edited, so go easy on the spell checks. We're doing that Monday. The second thing that we had also on short notice, digital media put together some congratulatory social media posts for their sports that they've been working with this fall. So I'm going to put that up on the screen and let you guys enjoy this as the halftime show gets going.
This time, let's welcome our
Hi, I'm Izzy McReynolds. I'm a sophomore and I'm a back spot, and my honesty is what makes me fierce.
I'm Catherine Vick. I'm a sophomore. I'm a back spot, and my personality is what makes me fierce. I'm Vanessa Leonard. I'm a sophomore. I'm a secondary base, and my commitment is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Melissa Crane. I'm a sophomore. My position is a flyer, and my personality is my fierce.
I'm Olivia Johnson. I'm a freshman. I'm a flyer, and my positivity is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Samantha Tapper. I'm a sophomore, and my personality makes me fierce.
My name is Madison Osborne. I'm a sophomore and a flyer, and my strength makes me fierce.
I'm Marie Penoit. I'm a senior. I'm a flyer, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Taya Southworth. I'm a junior. I'm a base, and my confidence makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Maya Leonard. I'm a senior and I'm a base, and my work ethic is what makes me fierce.
I'm Madison Lisinski. I'm a senior. I'm a flyer, and my confidence is what makes me fierce.
I'm Sophia Martinez. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a secondary base, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Ashley Olson. I'm a junior, a back spot, and my energy makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Molly Goodwin. I'm a senior, I'm a base, and my attitude makes me fierce.
I'm Neve Davenport. I'm a senior and a back spot, and my independent voice is what makes me fierce.
I'm Agathe. I'm a senior. I'm a back spot, and my positivity makes me fierce.
My name is Ava Klatt. I'm a sophomore. I'm a primary base, and my personality makes me fierce.
Braylon Kennedy, senior, offensive tackle, and I like my steak well done.
Julian Hernandez, offensive guard, sophomore, I like my steak medium rare.
Kyle Seckler, junior, tackle, I like my steak rare.
Luke Dallian, senior, offensive tackle, I like my steak medium rare.
Gavin Turk, senior, defensive end, I like my steak medium rare.
Hernandez, senior, tight end, safety, long snapper, I like my steak medium rare.
Landon Buell, junior, nose guard, offensive scout, fullback, I like my steak medium well.
Davis, senior, I'm a running back in DN, and I like my steak medium rare.
Nathan Amir, senior, tight end, and outside linebacker, I like my steak medium rare.
Brandon Bird, 2024, tight end, outside linebacker, safety, punter, kicker, and I like my steak medium rare.
Okay.
Baron Marinich, junior, corner, center, lineman, bench press, 415.
Bryson Newell, junior, punter returner, headhunter, DB, running back, linebacker, nose tackle. Bench press, 415.
Elias Sonberg, sophomore, cornerback, bench, 225.
PJ Young, junior, running back, linebacker, bowling ball, bench press, 405.
Ben Miller, freshman, starting running back, bench press, 225.
Cody Pimpson, junior, scout team defense, scout team offense, linebacker, fullback, bench press, 450.
Gunnar Young, junior, quarterback, holder, scout team princess, bench press, 15 pounds.
Fisher Edwards, senior, backup quarterback. For lunch, I like to eat Eddie's.
Gage Mavis, junior, left quarterback. For lunch, I like to eat Wildcats.
Lucas Ochins, senior, running back. For lunch, I eat Bulldogs.
Darren Stry, junior, right tackle, defensive end, the starting long snapper on this football team. For lunch, I like to eat Trojans.
Austin George, senior, guard and defensive tackle. For lunch, I like to eat Wildcats.
Cody Conley, junior, linebacker, headhunter, quarterback, center, scout team princess. I like to eat Eddie's.
Tyler Perkio, senior, cornerback, running back, special teams diamond. What I like to eat, the Vikings,
Cameron Kozel, senior, guard. For lunch I like to eat, Trojans.
Hi, I'm Izzy McReynolds. I'm a sophomore and I'm a back spot, and my honesty is what makes me fierce.
I'm Catherine.
We're going to come back on momentarily. I'm going to come back on momentarily just to let you know. As you can see, the band's still on the field. We had a very, very lengthy Parents' Night presentation during, they did the entire band and then they went out to play their set. So we are still several minutes away from getting back to the action here. We probably got, I know we have at least 5 minutes for the teams to come out and warm up. So, and the band still has not yielded the field, so we're probably looking at another 8 to 10 minutes. So, hope you're enjoying the movie that we're playing, because we're going to just keep that going for a few more minutes, and then we'll give you an update as to what's going on down here.
Rick, I'm a sophomore, I'm a back spot, and my personality is what makes me fierce.
I'm Vanessa Leonard, I'm a sophomore, I'm a secondary base, and my commitment is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Crane, I'm a sophomore, my position is a flyer, and my personality is my fierce.
I'm Olivia Johnson, I'm a freshman, I'm a flyer, and my positivity is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Samantha Tapper, I'm a sophomore, and my personality makes me fierce.
My name is Madison Osborne, I'm a sophomore and a flyer, and my strength makes me fierce.
I'm Marie Penouat, I'm a senior, I'm a flyer, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Taya Southworth, I'm a junior, I'm a base, and my confidence makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Maya Leonard, I'm a senior and I'm a base, and my work ethic is what makes me fierce.
I'm Madison Lisinski, I'm a senior, I'm a flyer, and my confidence is what makes me fierce.
I'm Sophia Martinez, I'm a sophomore, and I'm a secondary base, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Ashley Olson, I'm a junior, a back spot, and my energy makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Molly Goodwin, I'm a senior, I'm a base, and my attitude makes me fierce.
I'm Neve Davenport, I'm a senior and a back spot, and my independent voice is what makes me fierce.
I'm Agathe, I'm a senior, I'm a back spot, and my positivity makes me fierce.
My name is Ava Klatt, I'm a sophomore, I'm a primary base, and my personality makes me fierce.
Braylon Kennedy, senior, offensive tackle, and I like my steak well done.
Julian Hernandez, offensive guard, sophomore. I like my steak medium rare.
Kyle Seckler, junior, tackle. I like my steak rare.
Luke Dallian, senior, offensive tackle. I like my steak medium rare.
Gavin Turk, senior, defensive end. I like my steak medium rare.
Hernandez, senior, tight end, safety, long snapper. I like my steak medium rare.
Landon Buell, junior, nose guard, offensive scout, fullback. I like my steak medium well.
Kyle Davis, senior. I'm a running back in DN, and I like my steak medium rare.
Nathan Amir, senior, tight end, and outside linebacker. I like my steak medium rare.
Brandon Bird, 2024, tight end, outside linebacker, safety, punter, kicker, and I like my steak medium rare.
Okay.
Baron Marinich, junior, corner, center, lineman, bench press, 415.
Bryson Newell, junior, punter returner, headhunter, DB, running back, linebacker, nose tackle. Bench press, 415.
Elias Sonberg, sophomore, cornerback, bench, 225.
PJ DeYoung, junior, running back, linebacker, bowling ball, bench press, 405.
Matt Miller, freshman, starting running back, bench press, 225.
Cody Pimpson, junior, scout team defense, scout team offense, linebacker, fullback, bench press, 450.
Gunnar Udell, junior, quarterback, holder, scout team princess, bench press, 15 pounds.
Fisher Edwards, senior, backup quarterback. For lunch, I like to eat Eddie's.
Gage Mavis, junior, left quarterback. For lunch, I like to eat Wildcats.
Lucas Ochins, senior, running back. For lunch, I eat Bulldogs.
Okay, so we're going to come back on, Jace. A minute on the clock. They're going to probably give us a little bit more time than that, maybe. But want to bring it back in here and talk about the first half. Rather not, but you were talking about over pursuit. What do we need to do here?
Well, I think you go back to the basics when they're running that triple option. Your end's got to stay home. They got to contain that quarterback and make him commit. And your defensive backs and your outside linebackers have to stay home. You saw they faked the sweep left or to the right side and had swung him out to the left. He was wide open. And what happened is our defensive backs saw a run, they overcommitted and left him wide open.
Well,
I mean, there wasn't anyone within 25 yards.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. A lot of our big plays have been misdirections that they've got a convoy out in front, and then like you said, they come back the next play and throw a backdoor swing pass, and that kid's out there by himself. But more importantly, there's no Red Wolves out there either.
Right.
Right. So a couple of stats that kind of turn your head. Their big back Llewellyn, 7 carries, 172 yards. And Niles has put up 357 yards of offense in the first half. And those are actual stats. I'm not making those stuff up.
No, and I think I heard Paw Paw at 170-some yards.
107.
107 yards offense.
Yeah, that's
and we've carried the ball one more time than
them,
that
was the quirky one. We've actually carried the ball. We've had one more offensive play than they had, but the scoreboard's not showing it. We had a very nice 6-minute drive. That's Paw Paw football, but we're not used to giving up this kind of a. So you got Miller in the middle. You got Barron back, and I would imagine they're going to kick it to anybody but Eli Sonnenberg after his big return in the first half. And that's on the ground. That's going to be fielded by an up back. That's Vandenberg. So Troy Vandenberg's going to take the ball back to the 40, and you know what? New half, new game.
Absolutely.
Paw Paw huddled over on the sideline. There's no locker room facilities here, and it was a tight, lot of listening. So let's see how Coach Schrei's message comes out here in the second half.
Well, I think we talked a little bit about it at half. The Red Bulls haven't had to face a whole lot of adversity coming into the second half, so we'll see how they respond.
Handoff. PJ DeYoung off the left side. PJ's going to run.
Nowhere.
He's running hard, but, it felt like he was running into his own lineman, too.
Well, and that's exactly what happened is the Niles linemen stayed
Pushed
home.
us into the
they
back.
stayed home and didn't allow that trap to get him or to open a gap for PJ to sneak through.
So Gunner's going to bring a play in. We've got 2nd and 8, maybe 9.
And I like seeing that they're playing their game. No super rush, but
Ben Miller is going to run right into the line, and that's going to bring up a 3rd. And I don't think he gained anything on that one, Jay.
No.
And Niles, Niles is coming out, and they're pumped up. They're stomping. They're animated. That right now is missing from the Red Wolves. I get it. I get there's some adversity out there. I get it that we're behind the scoreboard, but we're not behind this game yet. Gunnar Goodell's under center. This is going to be a pass. He's looking for Vander. That ball was 15 yards over his head. And that's going to bring a 3 and out to start the second half, and you really couldn't ask for a worse recipe than that.
No.
I think Troy was trying to draw coverage on that one. You're not going to get that flag.
Well, and when you look at a little strategy, they ran it to the right, and
so I'm just noticing Fry's back to the long snapper on this.
If you hear number 1 is the corner out here, and he's our young man that has put a ton of offense on the board on top.
Good punt again by Vandenberg. That's a fair catch, and that's going to be caught at the 22. So good punt.
Good field
Troy's
position.
having a good night punting the ball tonight.
No.
Try moving your mic a little bit away from. Says there's almost like an echo. Maybe you just sound so sweet they hear you twice.
It is. It's my bellowing, echoing voice. I
It's
can't
that
help
velvety echo that you bring to the mic. All right, so time to knuckle down and see if we've got a chance here. We've got to make some stops here in the second half. Doesn't have to be every time, but it's got to be a lot of the time.
He's got the ball.
And that's a good start.
Gavin Turk and PJ.
Gavin Turk and PJ DeYoung on the stop. Oh, this is what I want. So that's going to bring them back to the line. Brawley is going to be your quarterback under center. Snap. There's a pitch.
Pitch outside.
Nice play by the Wolves to string that one out, but it breaks a tackle. It's going to give him 4 yards.
He's going to be real close to moving the chains.
And they do.
That first down.
And that's, again, that's a play they had him in with a 1 yard gain, and he fought through. He wanted it more than we wanted it.
Well, Brent, I tell you, being a former player, as you were yourself, I see too many. They want to have this big hit. They want to pop, but no one's wrapping them up. And fundamental tackling makes a huge difference. It prevents that first down right there.
Yes, and just to remind you, I was one of the better backup 7th grade quarterbacks on. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
and then it tries to push him out of it, and that's going to probably be a horse collar. Yeah, good tackle by Eli Sonnenberg. I think he hurt himself. Eli's grabbing his arm. He doesn't want to show it because he doesn't want to come out of the game, but Eli shook himself up on that tackle. But that's a 37-yard run. So Brawley's going to bring him back to the line. There's a handoff. Ken's got the ball, breaks another tackle. There's the gang tackling you alluded to earlier.
Much better fill there by the linebackers.
Lemaire and Turk on the tackle.
What number is DeYoung? 25.
So 2nd and 4 from the 23 for Niles. Brawley under center. He's going to hand this one off. That's going to be good for a Niles first down. Gavin Turk on the tackle.
They've run that same play 4 times straight.
Well, run it till they stop it. You know, the thing about running teams is that's a real thing.
And Niles has a lead right now, and they can just take those 4-yard plays and eat the clock. Yep, they're using our Paw Paw's strategy against.
There it is again.
They're the same play again.
Yep. So Landon Buell and Sonnenberg on the tackle for the Red Wolves.
I'm going to wager an inside dive play. I'm going to bet your house.
You going to bet my house on this
Yeah.
one? Well, as long as we're betting houses. Because they don't need to at all, but this is where you fake that handoff and streak the tight end.
It's true.
Brawley. He's going to give it to him. And then here we
You get
go.
to keep your house, Brent. Same play. Same play.
So Cody Simpson on the tackle.
They'd literally have run that same play, Brent, 6 times.
So that's going to be 3rd and 1. Again, Jason. They're going to check with me. Same play, and that's going to be good for another 6 yards. So 1st and goal for the Vikings. Is that Elkin Heat? Is that what? Oh no, that was. I think it's some sort of a Viking horn.
Or the elk. Yeah, one of the two. I don't like that sound.
No, you got to get out of the way because the bull's coming. Handoff again, same play, 7 straight times, all of them for more than 5 yards. And I don't like it when I see it, but when that starts happening, you're starting to look at, we're going to show you what we can do to you. You know, those are statement runs. Kick is up. Kick is good. So with 6:19 here to go, Niles extends their lead. Now Niles 35, Paw Paw 12. .77 yards in 9 plays with 4 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock for the Vikings on their opening drive of the second half. After followed in Red Wolves 3 and out. And that's a nice catch by Eli Sonnenberg.
Oh, but he gets hammered.
So that's going to bring it up to the 28. Red Wolves are going to take over. And now it's just positive things, Jason. Just positive, positive, positive. Try to get some yardage. Try to get some first downs. Methodically work. You don't have any choice at this point. Time to put your nose down and go. So Gunnar Goodell is going to bring them up in the tee. Bryson Newell between Ben Miller and P.J. DeYoung. This handoffs to Miller. Benny's going to get about 3. And that's a positive play. At this point, positive, positive, positive.
Normally we enjoy that all day long.
Well, and again, what you don't want to do here is get outside your personality. You know, you can't score. There's no play that scores 23 points. That's going to be Bryson Newell. Oh, PJ.
PJ's going to, we need a howl there, Brent.
Yeah,
PJ's going to move the
nice
sticks.
run there. That's a first down. We'll get the first down graphic going, too. Paid for those graphics. We got to use them. He's got a truckload of howls. Hopefully we still got 4 or 5 weeks to go to use them.
Yeah. I wish we were dispensing some more tonight.
From the tee, Goodell's going to pitch that one to Ben Miller, trying to get Benny going, and nice cut. Ben Miller.
Another Red Wolves first down.
Let's use them. You know, right? The high school has one thing that you don't see as much in the pros or in college, and that's momentum. You know, and if the Wolves can get something to go their way, you know, just something, you know, punch one in here, maybe get a turnover, get it rolling the other direction.
Oh, that one's coming back, Brent.
What was the call?
Holding on the Red Wolves. Yeah, I didn't see the flag at all.
So if you're interested in officiating, MHSAA.com, because that just crushes you, you know.
But because it's a spot foul, so it's not just.
Well, quite frankly, in a game like this, I've seen several calls not called the other way. So first and a mile, and they're going to let one go. He's got a man. Oh! Bryson Newell had an opportunity, hit him in the hands. It would have been a nice catch. It was defending. That the defender was there and was all over him. Bryson could have made that catch half the time, you know, but would have been a good play to make it.
Yeah.
Too wide open.
And that just kills you because it worked. You had it. And, I hate to say it, but we're going to see some spread out of the Red Wolves here before too long. Handoff inside. Ben Miller's got a step. Ben Miller.
He's got
one man, two beat. Ben Miller down to the 10-yard line. First down, Red Wolves. Nice run by Ben Miller, and that's a big one right there. We were way behind the sticks. Things, just dropped a pass. Things not looking good. Ben Miller hits a big play. Red Wolves now maybe a little jump in their step. Got an opportunity to punch one in down here. Power eye. PJ's in the back. Newell and Buell up front. PJ's got the ball. PJ's going to go into the line. He's behind. Looked like he was either behind Stry or Braylon. So that brings the ball up to the somewhere between the 6 and the 7. Yeah, it's going to be almost the 7. So 2nd and 6 for the Wolves. Got my finger on the button, Jason.
Let's hear it.
PJ in the power eye. Gunner under center. Handoff inside. Bryson Newell. Bryson's going to get down to about the 2. So that's going to bring up 3rd down for the Wolves. So third and call it 2.5. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Time to pop one in here, Wolves. Power I, PJ. Handoff to DeYoung. PJ's going to follow. Boy, I think he may have gotten the first. Well, they're walking. I don't think he did get the first down.
He got about a yard.
That was not a good spot.
Well, if you look at the line judge on the far side, he was standing at the first down marker.
And then he walked in back. So huge moment here for the Red Wolves. If they want any chance of coming back, they've got to punch this one in.
Well, and if Niles gets to stop, the momentum swing is.
Yeah, that's the momentum.
It's insane.
Crushing. Handoff, PJ DeYoung. He's at least got a first down.
And a touchdown, I think.
They've not called it yet.
There it is. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
We're having technical difficulties. Sorry. No replays.
Power's down in the
So the Red Wolves are going to try 2-point conversion here. Ball is set on the hash line. I know that you want to change it up, but you can't go away from who you are. In the power I. Gunnar Goodell under center. Gunner's going to pitch that to PJ off the left side. He's not going to make it.
No.
So the try is no good. That leaves a 17-point deficit for the Wolves. 1:55 to go in the third. Niles 35, Paw Paw 18. Eight play, 71-yard drive for the Red Wolves. That is a two-yard PJ DeYoung touchdown to end that drive. And now Goodell's going to kick off. And are we talking onside kick yet? I think we should be. They're not expecting it yet.
Paw Paw's not doing it yet.
Yep, that's going to be deep. Good run back. And this is my point on the onside kick. It's the same result.
Tell you, he came through like a freight train.
Yeah, he is moving. So from the 42, Niles is going to start. 1:48 to go in the third. Wolves got to come up with something here. Pitch out.
Pitch outside.
Got a hole. Gone. Nate Lemire is the only one, and Nate's going to give it up. So one play, 42 plus 8, So 58-yard score on one play. Never been so sick of fireworks in my life. Jason, I'm looking at that play develop. It's one hat on one hat.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't overblocked. It wasn't anything. The running back has to beat one person, and he did.
He made a great cut, and then once he got outside, he was gone.
You know, and then it's speed.
Niles has abundance.
So with 1:38 to go, Niles leads 42-18. So, Jason, it's time to start playing for 2 weeks.
Pride.
We've got to find an answer.
Pride in class here. I mean,
we've got to find an answer because we're going to see him again. You know, it's the end of the day. These are the top 2 teams in this district, and the likelihood is that we're going to see them again. So, even if we come back with an epic comeback, we're playing for 2 weeks from tonight. You know, we're going to. We've got to make a statement that we deserve to be out here. Because the other thing that goes in college or in high school football is confidence. Yep. You know.
That was a 10-second drive, Brent. I don't know if you heard that.
Well, you know, but again, Jason, I go back to we've done a lot of things right in this game. You know, we've missed some tackles and given up 97, 93-yard touchdowns. You just can't do that.
No, that's not bad.
But the good news is we're pinning them back.
Yeah.
And if we can do that and not make the 2 or 3 mistakes that got us into a hole early, it's a whole different ballgame.
It is.
I mean,
well, and honestly, you're seeing all the fireworks on the outside, but it is a domination. It's interior that's beginning. The line is locking everything up and letting them run free, and you know that domination in the trenches is usually something that Paw Paw has, and they're not winning that battle tonight.
Well, and it's the first time that they haven't won that battle all year.
Right.
And I'm still not convinced they can't.
No, absolutely not.
That doesn't help. So that's 1st and 15. So 1st and 15 for Wolves. Gunnar Goodell under center in the T. This is going to be Ben Miller. Oh, and Ben is, again, that's that 7 from the backside. He gets through there, and he gets back. He's coming down the line from the opposite defensive backfield.
Got to seal that backside off. If your linemen are pulling, there's some. You got to leave someone home if he's sniffing that out.
Hernandez.
He's been struggling tonight.
Pitch out to
Somebody's got to block number 7.
Coach is getting on him about celebrating. So 3rd and 15 for the Wolves.
Well, the history we've heard about Coach Shaw is he runs a disciplined program. So while, yes, he wants them excited, they will toe the line.
That is not an earthquake. Niles is making some noise. Gunnar Goodell is going to let one go, but he's not. He gets caught in the backfield. Gunner got a couple yards back, but that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter with 1 quarter to play down in Niles. 42-18.
4th and 12. Troy Vandenberg back to punt.
Yep, Vandenberg's back to punt. The crowd is absolutely rocking in here. You can see it by the movement of the cameras. Troy, and they have been close to those last couple. So that's going to be turn out to be another decent punt. We are not muted. We are talking. Okay, so now we're talking about what can we take away from this. So, got a split receiver to the left. This is an option. And again,
still got 5 yards after they had him wrapped.
After contact, he's picking up 4 yards.
You watch the Niles Ball Carriers, their speed is immense, and they just keep driving their legs.
Well, there's three things that stand out. Not just speed, strength and determination. You know, they're not going down on the first hit, and then on the third hit, they're still driving. What a delay. That's going to be good for a long run. You know, Jason, that was a brilliant delay.
Yeah.
He took the handoff, walked, and came to a complete dead stop and watched two people run past him and then took off again.
And the crease was right there, and
Yep. He doesn't pause. He gets hit by the pulling linebacker, but by pausing, he hit himself just long enough to create the hole. So 1st and goal for the Vikings. This is going to be a handoff to number 10. He's going to push his way into the end zones. I mean,
took the whole pile in with him. That's it.
And the Elk are back.
2-play drive, and Hess again with inside dives, just carving.
(48-18), and that's going to bring on a running clock.
Not quite.
Nope.
Was it 30? Oh, is it 35? 35, okay. Well, then we do not have a running clock. So I was able to run into an old friend doing the radio broadcast tonight, Dave Janicki. And Dave told me that this will be Niles' first conference championship since 2002. So been a long time coming for the Vikings. Yeah, and again, there are some breaks in this game. It's a lot easier to score those long touchdowns when you're up by 30. You know, I'm not writing the Red Wolves completely off on this for the rematch by any means.
No, absolutely not. I mean, the Red Wolves have tons of positives going on. This tonight has not been their night.
Well, and the other thing you got to remember, at the heart of it, we're a young team. You know, our entire starting backfield underclassmen, 3 of our linemen underclassmen. You know, we haven't had this adversity yet this year, so you know this is a learning experience too for these young men to see how you deal with this. You know, Sonnenberg's going to return. He's going to be met by a ship full of Vikings.
Well, in the brilliant words of Mike Tyson, everyone knows how to fight till you get punched in the mouth.
That's right. And, you know, this is something that, hey, this is a young group of guys. They've got to come together. They got to figure out. You got 10:45 left on the clock. You don't want it to get worse, you know. So it's time right now to step up, find yourselves, put this behind you. It happens.
They need another one of those 6-7 minute drives and punch another one in.
Well, just to get something, you know, to get a piece of turf and own it. So from the tee, Gunnar Goodell is going to bring him out. Gunner's got this one. Gunner's going to keep. Gunner's going to get about 3. And that's just a second look. You know, that's something we haven't even seen that play, 3 times all year. One time Fisher Edwards went around the end and scored on it. Got called back on a penalty, but Goodell going to pitch this to Ben Miller. Ben's got a little bit of a seam. Ben's going to pick up close to a first down. I think he's just short. Looks like a Civil War battlefield down there with the fireworks smoke settling in over the field. Maybe we can get our white jerseys lost in the fog. Goodell to the line. Ben Miller off the right side, and there is no room there.
And the purge has begun again, Brent.
Yeah, I hear them. There's more of them this time. Don't know if you can hear that at home, but if you can't, you're lucky. So in the power eye, going to hand off PJ. I don't think he got it.
Happen.
Nope, I don't think he got there. Oh, look at there. P.J. DeYoung, first down, Red Wolves.
That is not going to be a popular call by the referees.
That might be the first time all year we were on the right side of one of them.
So, Red Wolves with the first down. Haven't been able to say that in the second half.
I think we were all a little surprised.
There's a handoff inside to Newell. That's going to be
Gain of about 3.
a little extracurricular going on in there.
And that's one of my fears when a game gets like this, Brent, is
starts
the
to get a little
frustration.
chippy and frustration
and going
rears its ugly head.
going into postseason play, no one needs to get hurt on something silly like that or get a game suspension.
Well, and I can tell you the other thing that I've noticed in this game is Niles has a bigger chip on their shoulders than we do. You know.
Good thing we don't run a hurry-up offense.
DeYoung off the left side, and that's going to be close to a first down.
Maybe about 3rd and 2?
4, 3rd and 3. But, you know, they're still playing like they have something to prove. Niles.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
When I think you mentioned that stat, you know, they haven't had a conference championship since 2002, and they're making no doubt of that right now. They will not be denied.
Goodell got a handoff inside Newell, and there's nothing there.
Nothing there.
There's 5 or 6 guys right there to stop him. 21.
That was our radio announcer over here, our YouTube announcer.
Yeah. So it's going to be 4th down and 1, 6:18 to go.
You're going to see the power eye here.
Handoff, PJ's into the line. Boy.
He's not, they did
they're
not mark
running it. That guy is zigzagging back and forth. Where they're standing, he does not have it.
That is a turnover on downs.
That is not even close. That's going to be Niles' ball. So I was quiet on the last spot because I wasn't sure. This one was a terrible spot. This one he got more than that.
Well, and the last thing they needed was to fire up the Vikings.
Yeah. So the next question is, can they demonstrate that they can take some time off the clock? Their average drive tonight's been about 47 seconds.
I don't think they understand a 4-minute offense.
He's still got first string offense in there. Stand up to middle.
So, got a false start against Niles. Yeah, and I do question Jason. It's 6 minutes to go in a 49-18 game. Why you got your starters in there?
I guess the popular belief would be to prepare them for playoffs. However, as a coach, I may be worried that you lose a player in a fit of anger, but I think they want to show their dominance, and they're doing it.
So that's going to get them back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 11.
Just a reminder, Viking fans, please remember to pick up your trash as you exit the stadium. We would also like to once again thank Krieger Septic
Not a whole lot to say here, Jay.
No, sir.
Brawley's under center in the wishbone.
First man up the middle.
No. They didn't do anything to hurt that 47-second average. I missed that. I was watching. I thought they gave it to the upback, who would have also scored, by the way.
Yeah, he was untouched up the middle too.
Eight carries, 219 yards for Juju Means Fluellen. So 56-18. Red Wolves dejectedly walking back to the sideline. And now I don't know that there's much you can salvage out of.
That puts him over 1,000 yards, doesn't it? Or close.
No, that's Hess. That's the other.
Oh, that's
runner.
the other guy. I'm sorry.
Number 1.
I'm just wondering how he only had that many yards.
Because number 10 that was running the
Number
ball.
10. So
looking at the statistics
for the Niles, looks like Hess may be close to 1,000 yards on the season.
And Means Llewellyn was at 533 coming in, and now is
over 7.
Yeah.
Over 750.
Yep.
So we'll go to running clock after the kickoff.
So it'll only stop for timeouts, injuries, penalties, and scores now.
It's Marinich. Nice little run back by Eli. Ooh. So the Red Wolves will take over. 1st and 10. Ball's on the 30. Maybe 31. Gunnar Goodell's going to bring a play in.
Niles is digging deep into the Black album here by Metallica. This is their 4th or 5th song.
Yeah, you pay for the rights for the whole album. Might as well play it, right? Goodell under center. It's going to be a handoff. P.J. DeYoung. P.J.'s got nice run, 9-yard run up. He's going to get the ball almost to the 40. So Goodell to the line. That's going to be Bryson Newell, and he's going to go
nowhere
into the line and lose a yard.
Is it 35 and then at 40 it goes more, right? 50 it goes to always running. Yeah.
Except for a timeout or an injury.
So Goodell's going to bring him to the line. P.J. DeYoung has got a first down.
that because it's habit. Just keep it running.
So Brent, we're talking positives. I heard a howl.
Yes, I threw a howl out there. We're gonna remain positive here. If we could get Luther to stop throwing things up here in the booth, we'd be even better.
He's been punching me all night.
They're gonna throw the ball. Oh, he was
time.
open too. Now he's not. Troy was open there for a minute.
It didn't matter. It was an uncatchable ball.
So 2nd and 10, running clock. Inside will be inside a minute and a half by the time they snap the ball. Going to be a handoff to P.J. DeYoung. He's going to get nothing. So P.J. gains maybe a yard. Well, Jason, I bet our wives would love us to be this quiet at home.
I very rarely find myself speechless.
Yeah.
But it's getting there.
Yep.
Gunner
Gunner's
back
going
to
to look
pass.
again.
That was pass interference.
I am a little bit surprised that we didn't see. I know we work on a spread offense, and but at this point, I mean, I know people want to throw because we're behind, but if you're not built for it, you're not built for it. The same thing that's made us 8-0. You got to ride it.
Right.
This wasn't about not throwing the ball tonight. This was about not handling the assignments.
Correct. And
Gonna let one go. He's got
I don't even know what happened there.
I don't know, but that officially proves that the officials don't have flags in their pockets. So, from Niles, Jason, again, we've beat this horse until it's dead. There's not a whole lot good to take out of this.
No, but I think that the one thing it does is it lets Paw Paw remember that 8-0 is nothing to take for granted. And you've got to play your A game every night, and they did not.
Sometimes the good that comes out of this is the bad that came out of this.
Correct.
Sometimes getting your rear end whooped is a special kind of a wake-up call.
It is, and it's hard when you're having a good season like that. But being humble can be a good thing.
Well, and nobody wants to drive an hour and a half down to Niles to watch us get taken to the woodshed.
No.
But you know what? Again, we're a young team, and this is how you learn.
And here's the reality: any given week, 2 weeks, like
Absolutely.
you said, 2 weeks.
Well, we're going to sign it off down here. We're going to get our stuff cleaned up. We will be back next week for the playoffs. Again, we'll have some announcements on how that's going to look like during the coming week. But we are going to be on the air, it looks like, for the home playoff game next week. So we should probably be a Friday night game. We'll see. But follow the Red Wolves Network Facebook page for announcements, and we will see everybody next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Good evening, everyone.